Super League basketball is leveling up British youths. This isn't just a league, it's a movement you can feel and see in the stands. From the first tip to the final buzzer, the story is written. Every drive, every shot, and every moment. Rivalries run deeper, games hit harder. One pass, one dunk, everything can shift. Legacies aren't given here, they're earned. New stories are ready, and new champions are coming. Season 2 is here. Stand tall for British basketball.
Hello and welcome to Utilita Arena, Birmingham for the first showpiece final of the men's 2026 SLB season. It's the trophy finals. The Newcastle Eagles, the holders, arrive in the Midlands desperate to add yet another title to their collection. This is a club that knows how to win on the big stage, but standing in their way, the league-leading London Lions. These two have met 4 times already this season. The London Lions have outscored the Eagles by 70 points across those matchups. The Capital Club arrived today as the strong favorites. So we are set for another chapter of trophy drama in Birmingham. This is the 2026 SLB Men's Trophy Final, and we are live on DAZN, YouTube, and TikTok. Welcome inside, welcome courtside to the winner's circle. I'm Drew Lasker, and alongside me is a guy that's been there, done that, Mike Tuck. Mike, you've always embraced this environment, but describe the environment to our fans.
Well, it's amazing and an electric atmosphere in here. The first piece of silverware up for grabs, first major competition in SLB play this season. And you know, the guys don't get to play on a stage like this that often. In a big arena like this, it's off to play for it today.
Well, what you just described, it seemed to not affect the Eagles last year. However, when it comes to this big stage, they are the standard.
They definitely are. You know, a historic, successful club, over 30 years in British basketball, 28 titles, and 8 of those trophies like we're playing for here today. So it's no surprise that this winning culture can make it back to this stage.
However, there's a new sheriff in town, the London Lions. Since 2022, they have dominated this new era.
They're the dominant force in this modern era, the new kids on the block, and London not only making strides, topping tables domestically, but doing their thing in Europe as well, and being that quote-unquote flagship team of the league.
Well, let's focus on the present, because all of that is completely irrelevant when it comes to this day. The Lions have devoured the Eagles 4 times this season, and what's jumped out to you in those matchups?
Well, if you look at a team like Newcastle, they've got a lot of individual talent. Now, in terms of finding their unity and stride, I don't think that they've hit their peak yet, but they have some really good, interesting pieces. They love to play that high-tempo style of basketball. If you look at London, on the other hand, a cohesive unit. Scoring is better, very spread out, and they hold teams to only 72 points a game in league play, so they are defensively minded.
Yeah, speaking of that defense, what jumps out to you on that side of the ball? Describe their defensive precision.
Well, you can just tell the coach Sabonis, that's his first thing on the sheet. That's the first thing they do in practice every day. Their rotations are tight. They take pride on the defensive end, locking teams up, and it eases things for them on the other side of the ball. They're not, you know, one of the highest scoring teams in the league, but they don't have to be because of that defensive threat.
Well, they've been knocked out of the Euro Cup competition, so the SLB has all their attention. But earlier today, we kicked off British basketball with the women's finals, and the Bronze Sheffield Hatters were the winners, lifting up the trophy at the end of this one.
Unbelievable performance from the Hatters, neck and neck until the halfway point of the game, and then that third quarter, things turned around. The Sheffield Hatters exploded on the offensive end. 19 points in the third quarter, holding the Caledonia Gladiators to only 7 points and 1 field goal in that quarter, and that was the difference maker down the stretch. They pulled away, they built a big gap, and you got to take their hat off to them.
Yeah, that third quarter, they were absolutely dominant, only giving up 7 points, and since 2015, recapturing the trophy, but then also you see Vanessa Ellis right there celebrating. Why? Because the trophy is named after her mom.
Yeah, that's right. She looked really happy there. It's a nice little dance, nice little jig. But these girls earned it, you know. Obviously, I commentate their home games every week, and to see the effort that they put in, the adversity they've been through with injuries and people in and out all season. So it's a nice moment for them that will carry them through for the rest of the year.
And also following that, we had the dunk competition with Toto Fagbenle repeated as back-to-back slam dunk champs.
Yeah, man, we've got some athletes in this league, some exciting dunks thrown down, and Toto Fagbenle, obviously, it's not easy to do. Back-to-back, pulling it home. Great effort from him. Exciting, high-flying action.
Well, Battle would have got my 10s if he finished on the first dunk, but let's move to the 2 competitors today. The atmosphere is beginning to beat up, so eat the plate with the London Lions, who have been the standard so far this season in the SLB. Let's check out their journey on the road to the finals.
Knowing that we're going to Birmingham and that's a big final game is something that, as a player, you always look forward to. You know, playing for a trophy, playing a big game in an arena like that with, you know, all the fans locked in and excited.
Playing finals you don't do every day. Not everybody gets the privilege of doing this, you know, and winning something and being the best at something. It's not for everybody, and it's not for you know, for every team. There's 9 teams in the competition, you know, 7 other teams don't get to play this, you know, so we have to be privileged about that.
I don't think anybody's got to a final and lost and been happy deep down, you know. You can say, you know, you can be proud of getting to that point, but, you know, the ultimate goal is to go all the way and to win. We're resilient, regardless of the amount of games we play, you know, how hard we practice and stuff like that. We somehow find a way to look at the scoreboard at the end of the 40 minutes and come out with a win. So I think that's one of our strong points.
We're resilient, we're hardworking, we're tough. We had a lot of ups and downs. We've been hit a lot of injuries. That's not an excuse. Everybody has injuries, you know, but always the next man mentality. Guys are picking up, you know, so that shows the character of this team, and I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, I mean, Newcastle are a great team, great organisation. They've had loads of history of lots of trophies and stuff like that, and obviously got a great coach, and they're well respected, and we're going to come into this game with, you know, 100% attitude and the mentality we need to beat them.
Well, Mike, we've both been in this position where we've been the underdogs and overcame the big dogs. London Lions 2 years ago as well, getting upsetted by Cheshire Phoenix. What is the mentality that's going to be required out of Sabonis and company today?
You got to stay locked in. 4-0 against Newcastle this season means absolutely nothing today, and the team has to try and avoid that complacency and maintain their defensive identity that they've had all season.
Yeah, Sabonis, rookie coach, a lot of turnover with the roster. How do you think he's handled it?
I think he's done an amazing job managing injuries, finding the rotations that work with him, signing new players. Brown Jr., a tremendous pickup for them down the stretch. His first season as head coach, they're top of the table, #1. I think he's doing an okay job.
Well, a stacked roster, as we mentioned, but let's focus specifically on a 29-year-old Brit. There he is right there. Dean Williams, a player driven to win trophies and determined to help British basketball continue its climb on the global stage.
My dad was in the military and he played in the Air Force team, so, you know, he played pretty much my whole entire childhood. So I would end up going to his games, and then, you know, there's other kids there whose dads are playing as well. So I just kind of like got into it that way. But yeah, when I was about 15 or 16, that's when I really started to take it seriously and, you know, just put all my time into basketball. Then I ended up going to SGS and playing for Andreas, played for England, and played for GB under 20s, and it kind of just escalated from there. It was sort of an overwhelming moment just because of where I've come from in my journey. You know what I mean? Like, basketball obviously isn't the biggest sport in the UK, and just the fact that I've gone like from here to now winning one of the biggest competitions in Europe, you know, is obviously quite significant. Yeah, it definitely took some time, and I'm glad it did, to be honest. It was definitely a special moment, yeah. You know, there are a lot of kids that, you know, when I was growing up, they're on the same team as me, and at the time, you know, I could say they were better than me, or like they were more skilled and so on and so forth. But and if they just had the right infrastructure around them, you know, they would have excelled. I think just being an advocate for the sport, speaking about it positively, supporting one another, you know, other clubs, other players, other coaches, just making sure that we uplift one another. It is something that, if it's done well and a good foundation is built, then it's something that can be built on for a long period of time. And the ultimate goal is, you know, competing in Eurobasket and competing on like the global stage. So.
A military baby, I can relate to that. A captain and a leader. That's your place, Mike. Just kind of take us inside of what's required from a leadership standpoint in this environment.
Well, big-time players step up in big-time situations, and there'll be no doubt that Dean Williams will step up today. He has been trending upward in the last month in his play, and I think he's got to put a lot more responsibility on his shoulders. Because of injuries and rotations, he's really stepped up to that challenge. Such a dangerous weapon, and a guy who leads by example, and that's what you want your captain to do.
Yeah, his services might be required, but just take us overall his role this season as a glue guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's that utility guy. He plays both ends of the floor. Great on the defensive end, but a threat on the offensive end. He can shoot the three. He's great in pick and pop, pick and short roll situations. But then he can handle the ball like a guard at 6'7". So extremely dangerous and versatile player.
Well, that was the London Lions. Now, let me introduce you to the Newcastle Eagles. In the history of the sport, they are the most successful club. When Mark Studel returning back as back-to-back opportunities here, let's see their road to the finals.
That day will live with me forever. You know, and we challenged the group this year to go and build their own legacy, their own story, and give our fans an incredible day out, hopefully an historic day out. We know our backs are against the wall with the task at hand, but really proud of the group, and yeah, love working with them day to day.
We have something to defend. You know, we want to, kind of put some respect on the team that won it last year. We want to keep hold of it. And, you know, it is a very storied club. We have a lot of trophies and expectations to go and win it. So we have that added pressure, but also we just have that belief in ourselves, that level of excellence that we're a part of. And we just want to continue it and go out and defend the trophy that's ours.
I learned that we are able to face adversity and overcome that. We just got a good group of guys, really. Like, I didn't know how a professional team would be, but I feel like we got good camaraderie.
They're a very talented team. They're obviously Euro Cup, playing the Euro Cup, and they have a lot of talented players. And you got to play your best game to beat them. So I just know that we're gonna bring our best to meet that challenge. And it's exciting. You know, to play a team of that caliber is always a fun game. So. From my experience, I just know those games are always fun, especially at that neutral stage, and it'll be exciting.
You know, when our backs are against the wall, we're a difficult group to play against, and, you know, we kind of come out punching. When opportunity's there and there's a door in front of you, I don't think you knock on the door politely and wait for it to be answered. I think you try and kick the door down and take what's in front of you, and we know that we've got a mammoth task, but hopefully we can go and achieve it, and excited to see us on the day.
Yes, what a task, but no one in here feels sorry for the Eagles. So, Mike, what tactically do they need to do to kick down Goliath's door?
Well, I think they need to play to their strengths. They're a running gun style type of team, and I think when they get out on the break, guys like Taylor, Clark, Burden, Hammond, scoring transition, it gives them a lot of confidence. And it's kind of like their offense gives them that confidence on defense. So I think for them to win tonight, they're going to have to play really well on the defensive end. And for a team that's been out-rebounded by double digits every time they face them this season, they're going to have to get it done on the glass.
Yeah, most definitely. January has been a tough month for the Eagles, but in that semifinals against Cheshire, we got an opportunity to see the best version of themselves.
100%, and I think they're playing with house money. It's all to play for. There's no pressure on them. All the pressure is on London. So you just got to come in here with that carefree mentality, and that's when you can play some of your best basketball.
Well, one player on the Eagles that stand out, Maceo Jack for the Newcastle Eagles, appearing in his third trophy final. He's won one, he's lost one, but this time he's back with the Men in Black with the most successful club in British basketball history.
Yeah, it definitely does. You know, I remember that feeling that we had back then, and also, you know, odds are stacked against us. We haven't been super successful against them this year, and plus they're a Euro Cup team as well. So, you know, it's going to be a challenge, but one thing I say to our guys, and I know that they all embody this as well, is that, like, anything can happen on a neutral stage in a trophy final. So we would go out there and play our brand of basketball and play with confidence, conviction. Anything can happen, so we just got to go out there and leave it all on the floor because, you know, that's our trophy to defend, so we just got to go out there and leave it all out there. Time's flying. It just feels like yesterday I was in my first one, you know. But, you know, one thing I'm trying to do better is just embracing these moments because they come by and they go by fast. So it's definitely just flown by. It just feels like yesterday I was here, like I said, so it's just learn to embrace those moments and make the most of them. I like the arena a lot. I like big arenas like that. I think anyone lives for those moments of playing big arena like that. So it's a nice feeling, and I remember it'll be nice to get back there at the end of the month, and I'm excited to go out there and play again. You know, it has a sense of responsibility. You know, when you wear this Newcastle Eagles on your chest, people expect you to win. So, you know, I have that responsibility and that added expectation. Like, they expect to win here. So I like to go out there and just have that confidence and just know that, like, this is a prestigious club, and when we go out there, that they expect us to defend the title and do all that. So that's the kind of thing that we carry as a club, that we know we have that desire and responsibility of excellence when we go out on the court.
And as you mentioned, Mike, anything can happen on this stage. Maceo Jack, he delivers hope as he was part of British basketball's biggest upset in trophy finals history.
Yeah, 2024, Maceo Jack's day, and he's a proven big game performance. And I feel like that experience will help fuel his confidence today. He's been here twice before. He's won one, he's lost one. He knows what it takes to win. Now on the Newcastle Eagles, a little bit of a different role, but that experience will help carry him through.
Well, elaborate on that role, because with Cheshire, he was more off the ball. Newcastle, it feels like he's more ball dominant.
Yeah, I think on that Cheshire team, he was more of like the second, third option, so he could kind of fly under the radar. Today, he's going to be right at the top of that scout sheet. He's had a lot more responsibility on his shoulders this season. He's had to create a lot more for himself, so he's going to be able to have to take on and relish in that role.
Well, that's Maceo, one of the guys to keep your eyes on. However, Mike, on your Star Watch, you've chosen two guys, Rayshawn Taylor of the Newcastle Eagles and Shavar Reynolds of the London Lions. What do you like about these two?
Well, the first thing I like is that they're both point guards, and this is a good head-to-head. These are guys that are going to be on the floor guarding each other on both ends. It's going to be an exciting lineup to watch, but also they're contributors to their team.
Well, how juicy will that be if they are matched up head-to-head? They are point guards, as you mentioned, but where do their skill set depart?
Well, if you look at a guy like Shavar Reynolds, 27-year-old American guy, he's played around professionally before, won the league and cup in Cyprus last season, so he's got that experience behind him, and he's just that organized floor general with elite efficiency. In league play, he's only shot in three-pointers, made 9 of them, so he's almost shooting 70% from three, 92% from the free throw line. He is going to be a one to watch today because he is the one who calms things down and distributes.
Well, he is very efficient, Reynolds, and Rayshawn Wright, what a bucket getter. That's the stars. Now, let's transition to the coaches. Earlier, Alex Duffel got a chance to catch up with them both. Mark Studel of the Newcastle Eagles and Coach Sabonis of the London Lions.
Mark, back here to defend your crown. I know last year's title meant so much. Would this year mean even more with the potential of going back-to-back?
I think so, yeah. I think, you know, with the circumstances as to, you know, how the season's been going, you know, we've had some ups and some downs for sure, and London, obviously, you know, a Euro Cup team who are, yeah, showing their dominance in the league. So I think today would be a historical, monumental day. We feel great, honestly, we do. We feel excited. We had a great week of prep, mentally, physically, emotionally. So yeah, excited, and hopefully our team comes out and throws the first punch, and I think we'll have to weather a few storms as the game goes on. But yeah, we're really excited.
Yeah, you've had some tough games against London so far this season. What have you learnt from them that you can take into today?
Well, we've learnt a lot. I think going into the game as coaching staff, you prepare for the challenge that's in front of you, and we know that they're a dangerous team, that their defence has stifled us on a couple of occasions. So, yeah, we've really tried to key in on how we can attack that and how we can continue to stay balanced in the game and get some rhythm. But they've got a deep roster. That they're showing different ways to compete. Obviously, Ethan Price came back into the lineup in their European game midweek, so we'll have an idea of their lineup 40 minutes before tip-off, and then we go from there. But we've learned a lot. Yeah, we've learned a lot about who they are, what they do, and hopefully, we're able to show some of those improvements.
Coach, first final of the year, you're in the semi-finals of the Cup, you lead the way in the Championship. Does victory today lay down a marker and set a tone for more success this season?
Yeah, of course. It's always fun to play a finals, and you don't get to play it every day. So I think these guys deserve a finals, and I'm hoping the guys are ready to really put a show on and do what they're supposed to do.
You've been dominant against Newcastle head-to-head this season. Why do you think it is that you've matched up so well against them so far?
What happens in the past happens in the past. It's one game. Anything can happen today, so we got to forget about that. My guys got to be ready to go and fight and ready to play against Newcastle like it's the first time.
But your team has been known for high energy, work rate, aggressive defence. It's pretty much what you've been known for all season. Is that the key today, to rely on that aggressive defence again?
Yes, nothing changes ever. We have a mindset. We have to stick to that mindset and stick to the game plan and be ready to play 100% our basketball.
And on a personal level, you chose to move into coaching at a fairly young age. This is your first final as a head coach. What would it mean to you to get a win today?
Shows the hard work that we've been doing, especially as a team, again, as an organization, and for myself. It's a finals. It's always, I think it's a privilege to play these kind of games. So looking forward to it. But again, we just got to be ready to be locked in 40 minutes, possession after possession.
Coach, thank you very much. Best of luck out there.
That's the coaches. Coach Sabonis, rookie coach, Euro Cup experience. You see the beautiful trophy there. Those two men will be battling out. However, Coach Strudel, coaches Team GB, been to a couple of finals. Who wins the coaches battle?
Oh, it's a tough one, Drew.
Like that.
It's a tough one. I mean, if we're just going purely off stats, you got to look at London for today. But Strudel, your heart wants Strudel, your head says Sabonis.
Well, we get into the meat and potatoes of the game, but before we do, one more, put on your analyst hat on. How do you see this game unfolding?
Well, I think if Newcastle can play loose, find the rhythm in transition, be able to be patient and make the extra pass, they'll give themselves a shot. For London, it's about playing well for the 40 minutes, especially down the stretch. If the game is tight, they can't make those mental mistakes with turnovers like they have in the past. Keep your head strong for 40 minutes.
Well, there you go. Our analyst, Mike Tuck, giving it to you straight and direct. Now, we pass the baton to the voices of British basketball, Azania Stewart, and, of course, Daniel Routledge.
Thank you very much, Drew. Well, Coach Sabonis said it's a privilege to play in these games. It's a privilege to be sat here courtside and call these games. These are the great days of British basketball, to see a big final. Let's see if these two teams can deliver.
Absolutely. We have the best seats in the house, right in the middle. But you're right, it's a difficult task, but both teams tie up their shoelaces the same way. They all woke up this morning, had their breakfast, they got ready, and that is it. Whatever's happened in the past, it doesn't matter. Right now, it's important. What I do like, that last game, as we see the starters, let's do that
Well,
first.
Ethan Price into the starting lineup. He's missed the last few weeks after an injury against Newcastle. It's only Brown's third game for London. He's in the starting lineup. Only a second start for Tariq Phillip as well. But Mo Talawadi, he's been unavailable since early November, back for the final.
Yeah, London Lions have struggled with injuries. Lots of their main hitters are out. Joel Scott is out over Soko, but it doesn't matter because Sabonis changes his starting lineup pretty much every game.
Well, at the other end of the floor, we all got excited when we saw Josh Ward-Hibbert in his uniform, but he's not on the list, so he's still absent, not played since September. So this is the lineup that the Newcastle Eagles will go. Only a fourth start of the season for Gus Okafor. Darius Defoe coming off the bench with Canway in the starting lineup. Cole Long also coming off the bench. He's obviously got the experience. I was totting it up beforehand, Z. Between the two teams, They have 51 finals of experience. 31 of them are Darius Defoe.
The fine wine, as I like to call him. But going back to what I was talking about before, sorry, Dan, in that last game that Newcastle, they did fall 94 to 68. But what I did like about it is that they turned over the Lions 17 times and was able to score 21 points off of those turnovers. That is important. They got to be tough on the defensive end, but get out of the gates early. They can't afford to miss any easy shots.
We've talked about the 4 meetings. London led by 8 at the end of the first quarter, by 14, by 8, by 10. How important that Newcastle get off to a good start and don't find themselves in a hole like they have in the other game.
I think it's so important. You know, seeing the ball go through the net, it builds confidence. Also, they brought a whole bunch of their Newcastle fans. They're one of the best crews in the SLB. They follow their team around the country. So definitely, you can see them in white in the background.
Yeah, the Uta very visible in their white T-shirts. The London Lions Roar fans behind them with their scarves standing out. It is black and it is white, and it is all over here in the trophy final. We are in Birmingham for the first piece of silverware of the season. It is London, the leading team of right now. It is the Lions era, as Drew put it, against the royalty of British basketball, the defending champions, the Newcastle Eagles. 40 minutes to decide who's the champion. Here we go, ball is up. It's not very clean, but eventually Price tips it to the backcourt, and London will get the first possession. Reynolds. Lukashunas gets it to Brown. No way through. Back out to Lukashunas for 3. Burden, can he keep it in play? Yes, he can, and even better, find a teammate. Okafor. Camway looking to set himself a position in the low block. Goes down to him. Manny Camway to the rim, not quite. Price crowds him out.
The right idea for Newcastle. They like to establish down low in the paint.
Phillip using his size and strength against Burden, but he throws it to where he thought Lukashunas was, and the only person who was going to catch and shoot that was you.
Me, I was ready. Ball came over to me, but there's one of those turnovers that I was talking about. When Phillip gets deep into the paint, he shouldn't be looking to pass it out. That should be on the rim.
Reynolds playing full court against Burden, and the foul is going to go against the London man. Well, the foul was in the backcourt, so they get to reset. Okafor. Okafor, a little herky-jerky shake, but he can't get the first points of the final on the board. Well, it's inside to Price. Well, the women's final, it seemed like everybody scored every time down, not so much here in the men's version.
Well, we were talking about that, right, in the women's game. Everyone first touch, ball went in and got themselves going. But, you know, it does take a moment just to settle the nerves, settle the rhythm into the game. But hopefully we'll get a bucket here sooner or later, Dan.
Hopefully.
Or I might have to sub in.
0-0. Burden. Illegal screen from Canway, use of the hip, and it'll be a turnover back to London. So basically 2 minutes gone, scoreboard operator, nothing to do. There haven't even been that many shots given the turnovers, just 3 shots so far. Here's Brown. Phillip. Price, Brown for 3, no. Burden with the rebound. Burton using his speed to get all the way to the basket. We're on the board.
There you go. Nice, and a foul there on the other side as Taylor's called for it. But that's how you get the first bucket. Put your head down, little crossover, the look off and the finish.
Well, he's not the biggest Terrell Burton Jr., but he certainly has speed to burn and able to use that to get past the defenders to the rim.
Yeah, he's down as 5'10".
I think he's got some big shoes, put it that way, to get to 5'10". Here's Phillip. Phillip off the mark. I think he thought a foul was coming. It wasn't. He's on the floor, so they have numbers here. Taylor pushing hard, throws it up off the glass.
How did he finish that? Wonderful job from Taylor. I don't even think he was looking at the rim. It was kind of flip it up.
It was a bit of a flip.
But still, no bucket yet for the Lions.
Inside to Price. Price with a nice spin and finish.
There we go. Price, like you said, he's been hurt a couple of games, but he's their big piece around the rim.
Burton out to Taylor. Taylor thought about the three, steps back for it, and hits Rashawn Taylor with the triple. Eagles by 5.
And he says, oh, he's feeling it.
Reynolds. Foul is called on Burton. Well, what a start for Rashawn Taylor. First of all, taking it strong to the rim and then dancing out by the three-point line for the triple.
Yeah, the step back just creates a little bit of space to get that shot off. So Cole Long into the game. I think Cole Long is really Newcastle's X factor. The way he plays, he shoots the three. He's really a tough player for Newcastle.
Well, of course, he was here last year. He got a taste of it, and I think he's really improved this year in terms of what he brings to the team. He's been a significant piece of this roster.
Yeah. And we saw him a couple of weeks ago, didn't we, at Cheshire, and he just knocked down 3 after 3 and can
That's
really...
what got them here, the shooting.
Yeah, you're right. In the semi-finals.
Dormer inbounds it to Phillip. Here's Williams fresh into the game. Spinning his way to the basket, but he blows the layup. And Newcastle can come away. Taylor. Kicks it back out, but it's stolen away by Lukashunas. Williams has a massive size advantage here down in the low post. The help comes, that leaves Adamu open for 3 and he knocks it down.
Wow, great pass from Williams. Skips it over the corner and Adamu hits that. Lovely job.
That's one of the challenges that Newcastle have. They give up size to London in basically every position. There's Camway driving through, so what that means is they have to help in situations like that, and London have corner shooters just like Adamu on that last play. Here's Williams taking it inside. Okafor driving in. Well, I think he was expecting some contact and Williams moved out of the way. Phillip for 3. Oh, the friendliest of bounces for Tariq Phillip.
Perfectly executed the nice crossover, create that space as well. Phillip's been big for this London Lions group.
Nice attack from Burden, drops it off to Long, who draws the foul. It'll be 2 free throws. Yeah, Phillip, I mean, the other week, was it the Ulm game in Eurocup? He was going wild, and somehow they lost the game on the buzzer, but he was sensational down the stretch. He's got that veteran poise, hasn't he?
The veteran poise, but, you know, this season he's been coming off the bench and bringing that energy. He loves to come off the bench. Obviously, with injuries, they've had to start him now, and the just the passion that he plays with. You can see him, look at his eyes. He's always focused, he's always locked in, plays great defense, but good hit from him. Long on the free throw and knocks it down.
Well, if anybody knows what Tariq Phillip brings to a game, it is Mark Soutle, the Great Britain international, of course, and GB combo, coach and guard. And here is Phillip. Ooh, just lost it for a second. Jack steals it away. Jack has Long ahead of him. Fiat finds Cole Long for the jam.
Well done from Maceo. Jack just interfering in that pass and gets the steal.
Brown trying to muscle Burden out of the way, and he's able to toss it in.
Strong move from Brown. And Brown just added to the Lions.
Hammond. Round to Burton. Burton, he steps away for three. Back iron. Tipped out by Long. On to Jack in his corner. Oh, nearly an offensive rebound from Okafor as well, but Phillip comes away with it. Williams again in the low block, looking for a teammate, or will he call his own number? Yes, he finds Adamu again for another assist.
Adamu, that was perfectly timed. You saw him just cut right in there. Little dime. Good shot.
Jack down the middle, taking it into traffic, losing the ball. Away come London. Brown is out in front. Brown to the rim, too strong, but Long with the foul, and he will shoot two.
And let's see this. Gets it out to Brown. Gets fouled there underneath the bucket. Good push. Some subs coming in.
Subs both ways, including Aaron Wright. We talked about Maceo Jack's involvement in that great upset of London in a trophy final a couple of years ago. Aaron Wright was on the winning side that day as well.
Yeah, he's just come on leaps and bounds. Hasn't really found his groove or his slot for this team, but plays hard. But an Achilles heel of London Lions is the free throw line. You know, for me this season I've really struggled. I've done a lot of their Euro Cup games and they're last in the Euro Cup, shooting under 50% at times.
Here's Clark. Burden. Clark now, let's fly, and hits the three. First touch of the ball really for Clark is good for a triple.
And no mistake about it. He knew exactly what he wanted. Caught that and let it go. Sees the bottom of the net.
Reynolds. Round it goes to Rye. He's got the size advantage here. They're looking to attack Burden wherever they can, and Rye does attack him.
It's the right idea. Like we said, barely hitting 5'10". Just pick on him, get the ball down low in the paint.
Clark kicks it across to Long. Long trying to find some room, and just a little nudge really, just shifting the Long out of the way.
Ethan Price back into the game. Here's Long. Cole gets pushed in the back.
Clark lobs it into Camway. Here's Clark again, looking for a second and finding it.
Lovely job. Goes 2 for 2, back-to-back threes. Takes the lead back.
Right. Williams this time has Taylor on his back again. He's got the size and strength, but he's always looking. Well, option number 1 is 31. Call your own number there.
And that's where I think Newcastle really struggle, is that depth, is that size that Lions are picking on them. They've gone back-to-back plays in the post.
Taylor turns the corner. They stepped off him just a touch. He can't make it. Reynolds down to Price. Price, he floats it up and in. Long picked it up in an awkward spot. Can we help some out? Clock, 6 on the clock. Rye with the foul on his old teammate Maceo Jack.
Well, Lions have a foul to give, so no free throws. That's their 4th team foul.
Oh, I didn't see Coach Sabonis whacking his arm as they were running back on there, as if to say, we've got a foul to give, guys, we can use this. Tipped away. It's into Long, who has room for 3. Off the mark. Move with the rebound. Long almost breaks that up. Williams trying to save it. He does save it. And London will be able to take some time out of the clock, although Reynolds is going quick. To the fadeaway is good.
That's really great defense, but better offense from Reynolds Jr. as he gets his first points.
Taylor. Oh, he's lost the dribble. He's got it back. He's going to have to heave on the buzzer, and it does not go. We're at the end of the first quarter, and Newcastle came out flying. They hit threes left and right. They got themselves a 5-point lead, but at the end of one, it is London Lions who have the advantage, 21 points to 17. Well, it's the closest Newcastle have been at the end of the first quarter against Lions this season. They started it really well, but London patient using their size.
Yeah, great point. They did. There's the shooting percentages, and 70%, that's around the rim. 7 from 10, that's where they've really done well. But Newcastle, I like that energy. I felt like they've been attacking the rim, putting pressure right there. But good first. It took them both teams. Took them a while to get going.
The challenge, I guess, for Newcastle is how they cover that size differential that they have against London, because there's a lot of times Dean Williams is in that low post. He can go himself. He can look at cross court, as we saw, to how to move for 3. They've got, that's going to be the key. And can Newcastle continue to make 3-pointers to keep that scoreboard ticking? Because offensively, they've struggled against London this year.
You're right. They're going to have to hit shots, but Clark has done a good job. Hit 2. But yeah, the London Lions thing, you're right. Down low, and then Dean Williams has taken his time. His eyes are up. He's scanning the floor, and he's hit that. Look at this. Look how he just takes his time. No double team comes. Maybe that's what they have to do. Maybe show a quick double. This is the turnaround jump shot, his first bucket of the night.
I guess the problem is when you throw a double at him, he throws it cross court because he's got the size and space. And the impact he's had in 6 minutes off the bench, 5 points, 3 assists already for Dean Williams.
Wow, really good, really good. But for Newcastle here, I think these first 2 minutes are crucial. Can they start how they did in that first quarter? Can they keep that energy, attack the rim, knock down shots, and just stay in this game? And that's why I was really impressed with their first quarter. I thought that's the style that they like to play with, how Mark coaches them. Good first quarter.
Well, it's interesting that we've not seen. We talked about Darius and all of his experience in a final. We've not seen him yet. I thought he might come out to start the second quarter, but he hasn't. There's a lot of pressure on the young man Canway. Here's Jack. Clark running off the screens, looking for a third triple. Not this time. Rye with the rebound. Reynolds. Nice pass. Price inside for 2.
And right now, that's clearly their focus, and you can see Sabonis get it inside, and Price gets an easy bucket.
Here's Taylor. Out to Clark. Clark with a little fadeaway, short. Here's that roll with Price again. Ooh, not quite, but he will go to the line. And again, that's 2 plays in a row where they've just allowed Price to roll to the rim.
Yeah, but the right idea on the defensive end, Maceo Jack comes over, but maybe just a little bit too late. You've got to get there quicker, and that's what Emmanuel's saying. Like, come on, we've got to come over.
Second foul on Manny Camway. So he sits down. And again, no Defoe, so you do wonder whether Darius will play here today. He has had injury issues.
Yeah. The ankle, no, he did it last season, I think.
Last season, he's been in and out of the lineup at times this year. But as I say, 31, made it 32 today. Final appearances. Price is short on the free throw.
I spoke about the free throws. They're 3rd in the SLB, shooting a much better percentage at 74%.
Yeah, they've had some nightmares, as you say, in the Euro Cup this season from the free throw line. Not more so than that game where they missed 2 late on and lose on the buzzer. We were just talking about earlier. Here's Burden for 3, front iron. Oh my goodness, big collision, no whistle. Adamu's running the other way. Adamu all the way to the basket, and Burden is still on the floor. And Coach Stutler, I think, has called a timeout, but he's also going, how come there's no foul there when there's a big collision between the 2 players? And Coach Stutler is absolutely livid that there wasn't a whistle on the play.
Well, let's have a look at it here. The shot goes up. It's a long rebound. And Shavar Reynolds.
Well, it's one of them where I think because he's got the ball first and there's a collision that usually you get a foul in your favour there if you're Terrell Burden.
100%, and especially his shoulders drop and his momentum's going forward.
It's one of them. If two people crash into each other, whoever gets their hands on the ball first usually gets the benefit of it. But it didn't go on that occasion the way of Newcastle, and to compound the not error but the aggrievement, if you like, they ran back the other way. Let's have another look from this angle. I think that's a foul. I would be in the Mark Stutler camp there, being very upset that didn't go my way. But he's had to call the interesting thing was he called the timeout, and because of that the coach can walk onto the court at that point, so he used that opportunity to have a word or two. He's still getting some clarification from referee Walton about it. I think he said thank you at the end, so whatever it was. They might not have agreed, but they came to a resolution. Here is Burden. Jack driving all long step to the finger roll, doesn't go. They still haven't scored in this quarter. Newcastle. Reynolds to Rye. Rye putting it on the floor. Rye off the glass, and it's a double-figure London lead.
And all the damage is coming in the paint. Lions just keep on attacking.
7-0 in this quarter. Lucas Shunas with the foul. Again, it's the size, isn't it? It's basically at every position. They've just got an inch or two. Some positions more than that. Hammond still can't score Newcastle. They do get another go at it. Hammond will try again. Nope. Short this time. Dean Williams is first to it. Down low to Williams. Hawkins with the fadeaway, in and out. Rebound long. Foul is called in transition. Newcastle made those 3 early ones. They've struggled from the three-point line since then. 3 of 11. And London haven't really needed to shoot the 3.
No, they haven't. And, you know, and when they have, it's I call it the magic formula, getting the ball inside, letting the defense collapse, then kick it out. But here it's a big moment because Newcastle finding it difficult to get anything easy.
Well, at the minute, they're finding it difficult to get anything. Never mind easy. Long rebound comes out to Long. There we go. Needed it.
Needed it big. Just can settle them into this game. Only 8 points.
Double team. He gets the ball away. It's out to Williams for 3. In and out. Rebound for Burden. Burden going quick and foul from behind. I think it was on Hawkins.
That's a good decision from Newcastle. As soon as you get the rebound, push the ball, because the way Sabonis likes to play and tells his team is, if we've got fouls to give, foul in the transition. He doesn't like anything easy. But then, you know, your team is on the 3 fouls, and we've still got 6 minutes and 28 seconds to play. So if I'm Newcastle, I'm attacking the rim every single time. Put pressure on the rim.
Burden, they spent a lot more time out on the three-point line than the rim, that's for sure. They've taken more 3s than 2s. There's another one from Long off the mark. Adamu down to Williams inside, and will it go? Yes, it will. Another basket at the rim. That's the big difference between the two teams. London, everything at the basket. And Newcastle from behind the arc.
Yeah, lovely pass from Adamu to Dean Williams. Uses his size, 6'9", and puts it up there that only he can catch that. And he's at the line for 1.
Williams can't convert the 3-point play, but we talk about the difference. 22-6 points in the paint. London getting to the rim. Newcastle living on the 3-point line. Now they're trying to get some close to the basket. Travel with it. Okafor change of pivot. But even then, they're trying to go inside. He's catching the ball at the elbow. It's so hard to just get close to the basket.
Yeah, that's a great point, Dan, really. It's just tough the way the Lions are playing, really pushing them out away from the basket.
Phillip. Pick and pop this time, but Adamu slips. Wow, he almost does the splits. Phillip steps back for 3, in and out. Rebound for Brown, and he got a shove as he put that back up. He'll go to the line.
And good job by Brown Jr., but those are the ones that Newcastle need. They keep London to a tough shot. You've got to get those rebounds. Well, talking about a fine wine that we've wondering where Defoe is, here he is.
Here he is, Darius Defoe into the game.
They call him a fine wine. He's 41.
Yeah, he is 41. He's been in 11. This is now his 12th trophy final, including the old BBL trophy. He won 8, lost 3. 32nd major final of his career.
Wow. And asks the referee just to have a feel of the ball. Yeah, it's important. It's a little full court press here from the Lions.
Trying to turn the screw. It's a little zone press, so it's more about delaying Newcastle in their offense. And they drop back into a man-to-man defense. Burden uses his speed, gets into the key, and he'll go to the line.
Terry Burden's been pretty good at that today, using that quick first step and getting to the rim. I asked for it, you know, keep attacking the basket with 5 minutes and 4 left before halftime. Put them, oh, that's Lions' 4th team foul. But either way, free throws coming up.
Well, that was the thing I was about to say. London do commit more fouls than any other team in Super League basketball, in part because of the aggression of their defense, in part because they have the depth to allow them to play aggressively. So that could be a way back in if you can repeatedly get yourself to the free throw line. You've got to make them, obviously. Phillip drops it to Price, and nice little kick out to the corner, but Brown can't make it. Second chance opportunity for London, and Phillip takes it right down the middle to lay it in, and Mark Stukel is going to call for a second timeout here of the quarter because his team are down 14.
It's the rebounding again. We kind of sound like a broken record. It's rebounding, it's points in the paint. They do a good job on that first, you know, the rotation. But then here, Phillip drives. Nobody comes over to help each other. You've got to come over. And then, see, it's the one-on-one. No help defense. Scores easily.
Well, they kind of ran to the wing, didn't they? Thinking the pass was going to be there. And Phillip looked like he was in the layup line before the game there with the finger roll. Well, 7, the magic number so far, but London have 3 guys on 7 and Newcastle just the 1.
Yeah, offense coming from multiple guys, but Long has been really good, like I said, coming off the bench. Clark hit 2 threes. And where do they go for their points? You know, where can they find something? I think Maceo Jack needs to enter the arena, needs to get himself going, get something to the rim and attack. You've got 4 minutes 41 and just chip away into this.
It's a simple game, Z.
Put the ball
23 shots each. London have made twice as many.
Well, there's the game.
Put the ball in the basket.
Yeah, it's the aim of the game, the whole point, why we love this game so much. Well, boys are making their way out onto the floor.
He needs a response before halftime. Got to get this back into a manageable margin before the end of this quarter. They're being outscored 13 points to 3 so far. Thrown it. Oh, it's turned over. It was thrown over Taylor, and Hammond didn't know whether to stick or twist that. Phillip to Price. Price spinning again, shovels it off. It's a beautiful pass, and it ends in an easy lay-in.
Yeah, clean little dump-off pass. A nice dime from Price.
Sean Lee Brown had the easy job of dropping it in.
But look how far they are away from the basket, Dan.
It's the pressure. Jack. Tough one. Oh, it rims out. Defoe got a mitt on that, but he could only knock it to a London player. Mismatch inside with Ryan Burden, if they can get it there. Burden's done a good job of fronting it, and Hammond helped him out. Oh, that's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul called against Adamu as he's come round the back and grabbed Burden, who hit the deck.
Yeah, Burden's going to need an ice bath immediately, maybe at halftime, because they have knocked him down constantly. Glad to see he's popped up, but there he is, just catching his breath. There's the break-up pass.
He's not really very close to the ball. I think the fact that Burton hit the deck made the officials' mind up, but he's a long way from the ball. And that is, in the modern game, often called...
There he is, look, feeling his back.
Extra punishment, but Burton's going to have to go out of the game. He might not be wrong. He might need a bit of a chiropractor at halftime, never mind an ice bath.
Well, Long subs in for him, so he'll shoot the free. Chiropractor. Oh, great job, Dan.
Long gets the opportunity for little bonus points. Well, there's some smiles in the crowd. Still got their medals around their necks. I think
and having a drink
there
too.
We go.
A little
Why
celebration.
Not? You win, you get to celebrate all day. That's the beauty of having a 12 o'clock game. You get more time to celebrate.
Yeah, you can just relax and see. They were great.
They were,
honestly,
second half,
Sheffield.
Tremendous.
I really enjoyed that.
Price call for the foul. They are over the limit, so that's going to be 2 free throws.
And that's the thing, right? How Sabonis likes his team to play is to foul in transition. Well, now it starts to add up and count. And you can see him, he's like, ugh. Maybe now need to move our feet, keep our hands out. Free throws coming for the next 3 minutes and 44.
Second foul on Price. He's one of 3 players on London at 2. Newcastle have a couple. First one is good.
You know, Taylor's had some really lovely games, and one of his best games, he had 32 points against that London loss. He was outstanding, honestly, so impressive. Was able to drop a 30-piece. He's going to need a bit of that today.
Well, they've missed too many free throws as well, Newcastle, shooting 50% or somewhere near that at halftime. Halftime, 3.5 minutes from halftime. Here's Brown. Doesn't go, but it's tipped home by Williams. Again, you talked earlier, the degree of difficulty of that versus Newcastle trying to get to the basket. Night and day. Clark. That's a long. 2 feet into the bay. Good hands from Phillip. Long trying to force it home, and away come London. Phillip in the corner. Here's that Williams mismatch again. Shovels it out. Round it comes to Adamu. Down to the basket. Good challenge from Jack. Taylor gets it back. 6 on the shot clock. Taylor to Long, moving well without the ball, and fouled by Aaron Rye even.
Yeah.
He put his hands up as if to say, my hands are up in the air. The only time they were up in the air was when he was showing the ref after the foul.
Well, good job though from the Eagles, even though struggling to score in certain places, but that's the way you do it. Just keep going long as he just catches his breath. And this is the thing, what I think for 40 minutes is going to be difficult for the Newcastle Eagles, is their depth. They're not able, they're banged up. They've got a fair few injuries. Emmanuel is also, Kenway is in foul trouble, so they got hit free throws.
We talked about experience. Josh Ward-Hibbert had 13 final appearances, but he's not in the game today with his ankle injury. Of course, he played for London previously. Williams, nice pass. Excellent. Brown Jr., good for 3.
Excellent job. you know what, they're just whipping the ball around, getting the ball inside, out, and it's just making Newcastle have to scramble on defense.
Brown, the first player into double figures. Taylor, deep three, front iron, rebound right.
And that's tough, but, you know, Taylor, that's a wide open shot, but still, it's a difficult shot.
But it's almost like the only way to be wide open is to be 6 feet behind the three-point line. Adamu for three off the mark. Long. Hammond now for three. Got it.
Timeout.
It's his first one of the half, isn't it, Coach Sabonis? First time he's felt like he wasn't happy with things. He sort of skipped down the sideline in frustration after calling that timeout, and that's kind of him, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's not happy because they've made 1-3 and cut it to 15.
Yeah, any sort of momentum swing, he always calls the timeout. Here's the lovely pass, really beautiful basketball from London Lions, but still, it's a 20-9 quarter, and Newcastle needed this three.
It's just been really difficult for Newcastle to score in this quarter. They have made 2 3-pointers and 3 free throws for their 9 points. So they've only seen the ball go through the basket twice in open play in 9 minutes.
Well, I think it is the physicality and the length of the Lions, where we're seeing Newcastle's offense start, you know, closer to the halfway line than the three-point line. So that's the hardest part, that they're really having to work very, very hard to get an easy bucket.
It's 41-26 here to go with 1:14 to go. Just to build on that, on the 2-point field goals, this is just 2-point shots, 3 of 13. Now you should be mid 50%, maybe 60% from 2-point range. London, by the way, 14 of 20, sensational, but 3 of 13, that's how difficult it's been going to the basket, anything inside the 3-point line.
I thought you was talking about me.
Not you. You don't miss 2 pointers on this floor.
No, I'm 9 for 9 on this floor.
Adamu. Oh, what a spin that is. Pretty play.
Really good job from Adamu. Poise and patience in the paint. A nice little fake, tough finish.
Foul off the ball on Tariq Phillip.
Free throws, no?
A little shake of the head to say no from him.
Look at this.
That's nice. You like that?
That's dancing. You could use that move. And Adamu for this team, I think, is just really, you know, built with confidence more and more and more. He's had moments where he's struggled, definitely in the Euro Cup, but his athleticism, his first step has been excellent. Taylor knocks down the first.
Well, Newcastle have got to be thinking, hit this one, stop and a score.
Well, they've left 5 points out there from the free throw line.
Yeah.
Jack back into the game. Dan?
Well, can they just get a stop, go the other way? Well, Phillip is trying to get 2 for 1 here. Why not get an and one as well? He's gone quick so that they get an extra possession, and he's just attacked Clark.
Yeah, so smart. Look at him here. Just little lures Clark into that screen, doesn't use it, gets to the right hand, and the slap of the ball. He always means business, Tariq Phillip.
And again, tremendous game recognition there, thinking, well, it could be 1 offense each, or if I go quick enough, we can get 2 and they'll only get 1. Well, Clark's going quick as well, trying to respond. Okafor tips it out of bounds, and now London will do their best to make sure Newcastle don't have much time to come the other way. Candy's going to come into the final for the first time. I remember him coming in and hitting some shots last year in that Bristol game. Phillip, no rush this time. Shot clock at 10. Now Tariq Phillip has to think about going. Kicks it out to Brown, spots up for three, front iron, offensive rebound. Brown might get another goal, he's lost the ball. They're scrambling here, Phillip gets it away. That would have been a spectacular end to an excellent first half for the London Lions. They've been in control of this game here in the second quarter. They outscored Newcastle 24 points to 11. They have just made Newcastle's life hell at the defensive end. They've gave them nothing easy at all.
Yeah, and that's it. And if you ever hear Coach Sabonis talk, it's defense, it's defense, it's defense. He drills the London Lions constantly, and that's what they've done. Holding the Newcastle Eagles to 11 points is fantastic.
Well, let's get some reaction. We've got Dean Williams. Let's hear from him.
Dean, a little bit of a slow start out there before you guys really got going offensively. Was it just about remaining patient, or did you make any adjustments?
Yeah, definitely. We just kept sharing the ball. Shots are going to fall and they're not going to fall, so it's just part of the game. So, just keep staying aggressive, shooting our shots. Like I said, sharing the ball, and if the ball goes in, it goes in.
You talk about being aggressive. You guys have had real enjoyment in the paint at both ends of the court. Was that a key message from Coach going into today, to stay aggressive inside?
Yeah, most definitely. High percentage shots are better, so if we can get as many layups as possible, then that's what we're going to do.
Dean, thank you very much for your time.
Well, the London Lions, as we're looking at the numbers, have just dominated field goal percentage. 58-28, it's a massive gap. They've only made 8 shots in this first half.
Yeah, it's been tough, and we talked about the depth of London Lions, where they haven't fallen off, really pushed forward, but 12 assists for London Lions.
A lot of work for Newcastle to do in the second half. Can they do it, Drew?
Well, we shall see. 45-28, London leads at the half. Mike, Newcastle got off to that fast start that you mentioned, but all of a sudden London just tightened the screws in the second quarter.
They definitely did. A 4-point lead blows up into a 17-point lead. A lot of that happened on the defensive end, but also I think London, just that disciplined, composed offense. They're taking their time, bringing the ball up the court. They're trying to create mismatches in the post. And obviously, Dean Williams is doing a great job of being a scoring threat, but also finding his teammates.
Yeah, elaborate on that, because it seems as though London are attacking those mismatches inside, specifically getting Deal just in the paint.
Every time he got switched out with a smaller player or a guard, they were taking their time. Reynolds, Phillip, everybody was pulling the ball out. They're looking for him inside and passing it in. And the thing about Dean Williams, he's a great passer out of the post. 9 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. So he's doing it from all angles right now.
Yeah, and I know we're in a new age where it's about the 3-ball. However, in this environment, when you've made more 3s and 2s, it's kind of a problem.
It definitely is. And the ball movement as well on London's side, absolutely incredible. Newcastle on the other end, struggling from 2-point range, only 3 baskets. That second quarter really hurt them. They just were never able to find their offensive flow.
Well, talk to us. How does Newcastle penetrate that London Lions stealth defense in half court?
Well, we were talking about it off camera. The length, the aggression on the defensive end from the London Lions, those gaps are hard to attack. So in those kind of situations, London's got to trust their offense. Go back to what they've been working through on the build-up to this game. They've got to get to that second, third, even maybe fourth option in the offense. Take their time, have a little bit more composure, and then hopefully some shots will drop. You've got to be able to break down that defense over time.
You made it sound kind of easy, my man. 20 big minutes coming up for the Newcastle Eagles. In the meantime, make sure you don't touch that down. We got Maceo Jack of the Eagles and Dean Williams of the London Lions. Enjoy the halftime break.
We are Virtue. We have over many years built a nationwide network of local dealerships with a choice of amazing cars from the world's leading manufacturers, all cared for by our highly skilled technicians. For customers who continue to praise us to friends and family alike. Because we are Virtue.
Opinion Circus. Last Chance Cross. And Decision Time.
Back yourself. Boyle Sports.
Welcome back inside Utilita Arena in Birmingham for the 2026 Men's Trophy Finals. First half, all about the London Lions flexing that defense. Dean Williams getting the party started inside 45-28. Newcastle, a little bit more work to do in the second half, but we've seen them battle all season long. A great 20 minutes in store for us. Welcome back courtside. I'm Drew Laska along with Mike Tutt. We got a special guest in the house, Sanjay Bandari, chairman of the Super League Basketball. Describe this environment that you see for British basketball here today.
Yeah, thank you. It's amazing. It's great to see such an incredible atmosphere, a great crowd. It's a great advertisement for Super League basketball, and we had a fantastic women's game earlier. Congratulations to the Hatters on their success, and commiserations to the Gladiators. But yeah, it's a great day to be back in my hometown.
Now, Sanjay, let's talk about the wider picture of basketball. The London Lions recently named to the City of London's basketball task force. They're looking to bring a new arena to London. Do you feel that investment in basketball is growing?
Yeah, I think investment is growing. Obviously, you're right that the London Lions are on the Mayor's task force. We've also got the Bristol Flyers looking at an arena, and with the basketball's healthy. We've got 4 teams in Europe as well, and hopefully the future is positive, and we're looking for more teams, more growth, and a healthy future for the game in UK.
You touched on the Bristol Flyers. They're building their own arena. It's a trend we've seen across the league. Newcastle, Leicester, Sheffield, now Bristol and potentially London. How important is ownership for these clubs?
Well, I think it's really important to have a great venue. I mean, look at today, you build it and people will come. And so having the right investment, having the right owners, people looking at arenas like this and trying to fill them for game days like this. This is really what live sport is all about.
And everything you had mentioned is so exciting for the fans. You talk about the razzmatazz we have today. How do we build on this momentum? What's next for the SLB?
Well, look, obviously there's been a period of a bit of unrest in the game over the last 18 months, and we're really pleased that FIBA, the world governing body, has recognised us, and that gives us a platform really to go and grow the sport, to get more investment. Obviously get ready for things like outside investment, like the NBA maybe coming into Europe. We welcome all of that. That is great for the game, and great for the game in the UK.
And you guys are also supporting Team GB men's and women's team coming up, right?
Absolutely. We've been supporting the GB team over the last international window, and again over the next international window with the game against Italy in Newcastle later this month.
Well, we thank you for your time. Before we let you go, predictions, who you got winning this one tonight?
Sorry?
Who you got winning this one tonight?
Well, I'm obviously neutral between both of my clubs, and I'm just hoping for a great game. Obviously, it looks like there's a lot of work for Newcastle to do in the second half.
I like that analysis. Great job. Appreciate you, Sanjay. Let's hand things back over to our commentary team, Azania Stewart and Dan Rowledge.
Thank you very much, Drew and Mike, and interesting interview there at halftime. Let's turn the focus back on to this one. We talked about Dean Williams at the top of the show, and boy, he delivered coming off the bench, didn't he, Z?
We have, and we'll get to see some of his top plays here, but for me it is taking his time, letting the game come to him. They're rolling, his eyes are up. Adamu getting that ball to him. So really good job from him, 6 points and 5 rebounds. He has turned over the ball a couple of times, but a lot of attention is onto him.
4 assists as well. He's been helping his teammates out for sure.
Oh, sorry, I apologise, not turned it over.
No.
He's assisted 4 times, not turned it over 4 times.
So a really good contribution, and that's the thing that the Lions have in this roster, is that's coming off the bench. And you look at, he's a plus 17 in the game. Adam has come off the bench, he's a plus 25.
Yeah.
They won the minutes he was on floor. He was on the floor for 15 minutes. They won those by 25. And that's kind of the difference. But it does go back to, we tend to fixate on the offense and who scored what, and the nice passes and the dunks and the threes. But it's what they've done at the defensive end.
Yeah.
It's how difficult they have made it for Newcastle just to get a shot off. I go back to 3 of 13 from 2 in the, that's the difference. The second line, to me, 23% from 2 versus 70% from 2.
Yeah, it's been massive, and it is their size, their length, their ability to push Newcastle away, and also it's just the depth of London Lions bench, right? They're built for Euro Cup, where they're able to, even with big injuries, you know, their top 2 offensive player with Scott out and also McGusty, out. Those 2 are their top scorers, and other guys have stepped up, so they never drop off. But right now, Newcastle, for me, these first minute and a half, chip away, get a bucket, then a good stop. You can see how animated Mark is.
It's almost like the goal here is it doesn't matter about the score. It's can you force Coach Sabonis to call a timeout 2 or 3 minutes into the half.
And that's a win, right?
Yeah.
That's a win.
Getting it going back in the right direction.
Absolutely. But I thought Newcastle started really well in the first quarter. That's going to be big for them. You know, when that last cup game that they did fall, it was. They started off a little bit slow, but this time much better. But it's still 20 minutes of basketball. This is what's
20
great about
minutes
it.
to go. Newcastle came out firing at the start of the ball game. Boy, they could do with a repeat of that here at the start of the second half. But it is London, all in black, who will get us underway. Reynolds has the mismatch here for speed. Gets it back. Fires it up from the free throw line and rattles it in.
And gets it to go early.
Here's Camway. Long, looking for his options. Jack. He's picked the ball up in an awkward spot. Burden, late shot clock, needs to go quick. Burden has to shoot it, gets it away. He does well to draw eye. No, well kept in play by Lukashunas as well. Lob towards Price. Reynolds. Price rolling. Kicks it back out. Round it comes to Phillip. 5 on the clock. Lukashunas fires up the triple, off the mark. Offensive foul called, and that's going to be the third.
He's had 2 of those.
Manny Camway.
Camway goes to his guard and says, wait for me, and that's been a big factor for the referees this season. They're watching that. You've got to get your feet set, but like he said, wait for me. That's also an important part.
Lukashunas. Lob down to Price. Price trying to go to work against Long. Spins back, he's nowhere to go now. He's running out of time. Out to Phillip. Phillip gets it away just before the buzzer, but airballs it.
Good, tough defense. Probably one of their best yet. Able to push Lions out and have to throw up a prayer.
Full court pressure from London. Speed from Burden, and he takes the foul.
Really good job from Burden to attack the length of Price. But, you know, the last possession for the Lions on the defensive end is they've got Newcastle scouted so well. They switch at the top, but then that's a good decision from Terry Burden to attack it. But the last possession, honestly, they're on the same page. They're moving on a string on the defensive end. That Newcastle cutters to the basket. London Lions are bumping them off their way. So it's like, again, it's really hard to score anything easy.
I guess the scout helps when you've played them 2 weeks in a row. This is the third week in a row I think they've played each other. Round it comes. Hammond with the rebound. Oh, there's a foul there. Williams running into Camway. Well, we've been talking about it all game, the advantage that London have inside. That is it laid bare, 32-6. It's all those missed 2-point shots. Hammond throws it inside to Camway. He's got 3 black shirts around him when he catches it. Long commits the foul.
Yeah, they smother him, Canway. 3, like you said, 3 defensive players. They come over and help, and that's what Newcastle maybe needs to do, is send bodies down low.
Okafor comes in, Camway sits down.
Has anyone scored yet? Yeah. No? No.
In this quarter,
Yeah, 2-all. Yeah. Excuse me.
Williams. Now to Lucas Shunas. It's a decent challenge from Burden. Burden looking to get the speed down court. Gets it to Hammond for 3.
Short.
And that is short.
Yeah, but the first quarter took us some time to get some buckets going, didn't we? A little bit same in this third.
Phillip. Brown attacks the rim and jams it in.
Oh. Brown Jr. has a nice smile as he runs down the court.
Ovi enjoyed that on the bench, didn't he? I was watching Ovi's reaction. Burden taking it to the basket. Ovi Soko, another one of the injured contingent on that London bench.
Really unfortunate for him. Came back from injury and 2 weeks later hurt his hand in that Manchester game.
Reynolds at the elbow.
I like that from Reynolds. Just turn around, shoot over the defense. Really easy.
Reynolds commits the foul. Foul was on the floor. That basket won't go. And Brown, I mean, we talked about degree of difficulty in the paint. That is why there's a massive gap between points in the paint. There's the reaction. You can see Ovi enjoying it.
Oh, we had a cameraman right there.
Right there,
us.
ready. Must have knew we were going to talk about him.
The one thing about Burden, being shorter, he can stay low to the ground, can't he? So able to get to the rim.
Hammond, mid-range, back iron.
But still a rush shot for me from Hammond there.
And still the 2-point percentage drops. Phillip inside, can't convert. Long with the rebound. Okafor has the lane to the basket, kicks it out. Jack in the corner, rims out.
Jack's had like 2 or 3 of those, right?
Really good luck, that.
Yeah, goes halfway in and then comes back out. It's a tough shot from Jack.
Lucas Shunas. Off the iron. Referee Dodds taking evasive action there as John D. Brown came running at him. You don't want to have a charge against the referee.
No. I couldn't be a ref, Dan.
You could, see.
No, I can't.
There's still time for you.
There isn't. I just find it's such a difficult...
Ingus used to play. Ingus Bankovic used to
on the
in the
baseline
league a few years ago.
No, it's too
But he
much
would have been playing at
stress.
the same time you were playing, probably.
No, you never have a home court advantage.
Yeah.
Everyone boos you. You know, I like to be liked.
Burden to the rim. And there we go. They got a timeout. They got a timeout. They got Coach Sabonis to call the first timeout. The problem is it's not much of a run in any of that. That's the interesting thing. Coach Sabonis calling timeout because he's not happy with his own team rather than anything Newcastle have done.
Yeah, just too easy. Look, Adamu gives up and no help comes over because that's a one-on-one assignment. Well, what do we say if we're in this timeout here? I think for me it's play hard, you know, don't pack up the shop, don't start the bus home to Newcastle just yet. You've got to dig in deep and just one play at a time, one play at a time. There's still a lot of basketball left to play.
Yeah, it's always that interesting thing. You're in this situation where you're down big, you've been down big for a little while. A bit of a nothing has happened in the first 5 minutes of this quarter. It's that, do you still have the belief within you that there is a way back into this, that you can win the game? That comes internally from everybody individually.
Yeah, it comes from deep inside and the heart, and you can't coach effort. That's the thing. That's one thing. And also remember, these fans that have traveled to support you, you put on a performance, dig deep, play hard, and just make every moment count. There you go. Look at them.
Some glum-looking faces in there. They've made a lot of trips to this arena over the years. Most of them, they've gone home happy. It doesn't look like that right now, but there's still 15 minutes to find something. Right. Broken up by Jack. Did that double deflect? No, it didn't.
Substitution checking in the 22.
Phillips going to return for Reynolds.
3.7 on the clock as well, Dan. So they've got time, but need to go pretty fast.
Phillip is inbounding it, so let's hope he paid attention to that. Well, Rye certainly knows the clock's against him. He's gone quick and he's drawn the foul to go to the line.
And that's tough, right, for Newcastle. You have them right there, about to be a shot clock violation, and you foul.
There's a warning there for Dion Hammond, who had plenty to say to the referee. I think Coach Stutl has just got a warning as well for his reaction to the warning.
Well, at least they get a warning.
Yeah.
In Euro Cup, you don't get a warning. Or do you get a warning in ENBL? Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
Where in Euro Cup, the warning
Just
is...
boom.
Yeah, they've taken it out.
London with this little 2-2-1 zone press again. It just drops back relatively comfortably. Burden going quick, can't quite lay it home. And that's out of bounds, goes back to London. Well, it's 6-6, and we played almost 6 minutes.
Really low scoring.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing for Newcastle is that Lions haven't, exploded this lead open.
Adamo inside to Williams. Travel.
Much better at that time from Newcastle. What did they do? The double team came over, pushed Williams, had to make a pass, and he traveled. Better, where in the first half, that second player didn't come over to help. But you got to adjust throughout the game, don't you, Dan?
Yeah. Burden. In the corner is Jack. Oh, Rye just takes it away from his old teammate there. Adamu driving in and slap across from Taylor, I think it was.
Oh, Mo Salawade sneakily subbed in as well, didn't he? This is his first minutes in quite some time. He's struggling with an injury.
Well, it's
there he is.
Some way to make it back, isn't it? Get yourself in a final, potentially a winner's medal.
Yeah, I have a lot of time for Mo Salawade. Really a glue piece for London Lions. Obviously can stretch the floor, been hit with a couple of injuries, so hasn't played a fair bit.
Free throws are good. Is there a timeout? Yes, there is. Coach Cooper calling for time. His team down 20, and I guess the thing is that they haven't really made any inroads into it. They haven't. You kind of wanted them to come out and swing for the fences, and they haven't really had an opportunity to do that.
No, you're right. And, you know, just go out swinging kind of thing. But for both teams, though, they're shooting really low percentages, so haven't really scored a lot. But there's Brown and Adamu leading the scorers long. Has he been in the game yet? No, he's on the bench. Maybe get him going where he's able to stretch the floor. Maybe some Clark as well. Maybe just throw some fresh bodies in and just run and gun and try and get into this game.
Well, at the London end of the floor, you see the numbers there. It's one of those interesting things. You look up and down, and it's just a little bit from here, a little bit from there. It's not like one guy has come out and pounded you. It's like the Borg. It's the combined units together, just everybody doing their own little bit.
Yeah. And that has been the strength of the Lions this season, where, you know, it's not the same guy going off every single night. It's a multiple faceted offense. Multiple guys are able to go off for, 15, 20 points any given night.
22 points off the bench for London, 32 out of the starters. Okafor in and out. It hit the shot clock on the original rattle, so we'll go to London ball.
It's like a little man or a lid is on top of that rim for them. You know, should I give you a boost and take it off, or what is it? You know, is it just new rims, new arena?
Other team's defense.
Yeah, other team's defense. Yeah, that will do it too.
Here's Okafor. Clark, who hit a couple of threes in the first half, can't knock one down here. Foul on the rebound on Sean Taylor. It's his second. They're over the limit though, Newcastle, so it'll be 2 free throws.
So Salawade will go the length of the floor. The in-arena board had 4 team fouls, so it's changed to 5 now.
Well, he makes the second free throw. As I say, he's not played since the beginning of November, so he'll be feeling good about being back out there. And he's got a foul now to his name.
Oh, he's back, and he's been one of the guys that have been injured. They've just been riddled with injuries. Scott out, McGusty, Ovisoko, and Jonathan Williams. That's a starting 5 right there.
Pretty good selection right there. Burden trying to use his speed, gets a little run at them. Kicked out to Okafor, off the mark for 3.
Can't buy a bucket, Dan. It's tough.
And it's 10-6 in this quarter. Salawade now looking for 3. Front iron. Burden to Clark, freedom of the court to shoot the 3,
there
and
it
knocks
is.
it down.
hit that little man off the rim and get the ball to go, because it just gets a bit disheartening when the ball goes halfway down and out.
They've still made more threes than twos, Newcastle. Sixth made three-pointer. They've only made 5 two-point baskets in the game. Burden looking for number 6 and finding it.
He attacks the defender's knees.
He goes under them.
He goes under. He stays so low. You know, being a taller player and guarding a shorter guy, it is difficult, especially when they stay low.
Solowani open in the corner, misses it. Taylor with the rebound. Taylor looking to push. Foul is called. It's going to be 2 free throws as Philip gets called for the foul. He's just grabbed his arm there. You see Coach Sabonis was arguing the case, but he didn't have that angle, otherwise they'd have seen the foul.
And free throws, you know, so many points left.
6,
Yeah.
they've missed 6.
Yeah.
You add 6 to the score, it's a 10-point game.
There you
I know you rarely shoot 100% from the free throw line, but if you're going to beat this team,
You have to.
you have to do something unusual.
Is going perfect from the line unusual?
It is for a whole game.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Right. Lobbed over the top, and Taylor had his arm round, holding his shorts, says referee Dodd, so that'll be 2 free throws. Williams has, I think, had an impressive performance. He's only got 6 points to his name. He's got 7 rebounds, 5 assists. I thought he was really integral in that first half when they built the lead. Burden kicks it out to Taylor.
Moving screen again.
Foul on Conway. Three of them, is it?
Yeah,
We're on
3 of them.
screens? Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe that's just the difference, you know. He's
That one was his fault. The previous one might have been the guard's fault, but that one was his fault.
Yeah.
Yeah. You thought about it for a second.
Yeah, he did. But also it's a step up, you know. He played Division 1 basketball.
Yeah.
This is his first final here. And it's just the difference in speed, you know. Split-second decisions have to be made.
Well, they've left him out there. So he's got to be careful if he wants to make the fourth quarter. And that's come off Williams, and we'll go back to Newcastle. Four fouls, no points yet for Manny Camway. He hasn't got any rebounds either. 3 turnovers, 4 fouls. Not the best stat line he's put up this year.
Yeah, tough day at the office.
Burden through the contact. We'll go to the line for the bonus.
Well, Burden with 12 points leads Newcastle scorers, with able to constantly, look at him, he's exhausted. You can't deny that he hasn't worked hard. He's constantly putting his head down. He's been barreled over twice. He's hit the deck. And now he goes to the free throw lines. Honestly, he's going to be bruised up tomorrow.
He knows he's been in the game. His body certainly does anyway. 10 of 16 both teams. And that will get him a little breather. A few moments off as Jack comes back for him. Well, it's only 14, and normally you'd say 14 very doable, but the problem is Newcastle have only scored 43 points to this point, and you're thinking, well, to overcome 14, you're going to need 25 to 30 minimum in the fourth quarter. Here's Jack out in the open court to dunk it home. Is there time for a heave? Not quite. Well, it's only 12. Newcastle with a little bit of something at the end there to narrow the gap, and London just need to be wary that they don't cruise their way through this and suddenly find themselves in a game at the end.
Yeah, you can see head coach Sabonis, he's going to coach until the very end. Well, if you're a Newcastle fan, you'll be happy to know they win that quarter.
Well, they did win that quarter by 17 points to 12, so they took 5 points out of the lead, and well, their shooting, 2-point shooting percentage rocketed up to 40%. But it's going to still, normally we say 12 points is ever doable.
Yeah.
At the pace that Newcastle are scoring, 12 points is still an awful lot of points you've got to find in 10 minutes.
It is, especially how hard it has been for them to score easy buckets. They haven't had anything easy to the rim today. London Lions, though, they have done a great job. They're out-rebounding 32 to 25. The assist game, 15 to 8. 4 steals apiece, though.
Newcastle's best scoring quarter this game has been 17 in the first and the third, so that's why you're saying, well, you've got to score 12 more than they do. You've got to get close to 30 just to have a chance, really. I guess London only scored 12 in that quarter. If they scored 12 into the fourth, then Newcastle are needing 24 as a bare minimum in this last 10 minutes, which is, as I say, eminently doable. It's just not in the context of this game.
And also how much is in the tank for Newcastle. You know, Terrell Burden is having to really put Newcastle on his back. He's high scoring with 12 points. He's going to the rim. He's not coming out here, so he'll get a good couple of minutes here. And Emmanuel Canwade comes out. He's got 4 fouls. He has to move his feet, keep his hands out.
Here we go then. Final 10 minutes of the trophy final. Newcastle with the opening possession, trying to find some way back into this contest. Clark with the mid-range gets that one to go.
10-point game.
Down to 10.
It's incredible that, right? Because Lions have had the momentum the whole game, but still Newcastle not giving up.
Adamu, his pass is deflected, stolen away by Jack. Jack running it back. Back out to Taylor. Taylor is fouled by Price on the floor, so that'll be a sideline ball.
Good energy from Newcastle here. Get the stop, good hands, and then they're out to the races and put pressure. And that's it. 10 points is doable, especially when they've struggled to knock down.
Fourth foul on Price, who sits down. Of course, his sister won a treble with London Lions a couple of years ago. There was only 3 trophies, so that was the clean sweep. Jack in close, rebound Camway. Camway went for it all, but threw it off the iron. Reynolds loses it, and deflected out off Canway, so it'll be, off Candy, so it'll be a end-line ball to London. Burden's had his couple of minutes off, so he's going to return.
Is that even a couple of minutes?
Well, you got the 2-minute break in between.
Okay, yeah. So. Okay, I'll give you that. That wasn't very long, though.
It was about 1 minute and 10 in game time, but probably more like 3 or 4 in real time. And he's on the deck again. And the Newcastle fans are on their feet. They're not happy that he keeps ending up on the floor.
I mean, they got the foul, but they're trying to ask for the upgrade. That's where they're upset. Let's see here. It's the bump.
It's a bump.
But
Yeah.
he's in.
Yeah, you can't really call that unsportsmanlike by rule. But that's easy for us to say sat here. We're not the ones that have hit the deck 4 times.
Very true.
Here's Clark. Nice pass. And Camway drops it in. Well, it's an 8-point game. They couldn't, could they?
We have
it
to
would
see.
be one of the great comebacks of all time if they did, Newcastle. A storied club.
The lead was 21 down.
This would be one of the all-time stories. Rye taking it in, and he's saying, not on my watch.
That's a strong move from Aaron Wright. Put the defense and the ball in the basket.
Camway helping Burden out because he picked that up originally to pass it. Camway head down. Williams standing his ground. Jack with the offensive rebound. Clark for 3 off the iron. Phillip with the rebound.
Oh, you felt the nerves in here, didn't you?
Yeah, if that goes, suddenly 7. Rise open in the opposite corner.
Oh, good job. Good hands from Clark. You can see, though, that help from Maceo Jack is just there, but his eyes are making sure his defender in that corner isn't slashing to the basket. Good minutes from Canary, especially when he's on 4 fouls, able to get a bucket and a steal.
It's lobbed towards Price. Had to use all of his frame there to pull that one in. 5 on the shot clock. Rye driving in, and Aaron Rye is trying to shut the door here.
Well, Aaron Wright has been here before, not with the Lions, but a good solid couple of points from him in this
Against
second
the
half.
Lions, though.
Yeah. Cheshire Phoenix.
Clark has the mismatch, takes it right at Price, but too strong. Oh, Aaron Rye behind the back, but Burden breaks up the pass.
Can feel the intensity. He's turned up a little bit. Bit of energy that third quarter. It's a bit
Just
of
got
a...
my eyes on Coach Sabonis rocking and rolling over on the sideline.
Oh, he does that all game.
He's always entertaining to watch.
Got the mismatch here.
Price cross court. Brown goes up high to catch that. And he's able to lay it in. He's fouled as well. And Shawnee Brown Jr. will go to the free throw line for a bonus.
And that's the thing down here. The good swing, baseline drive, but just can shoot over and gets himself to the line, and then that's tough.
Doesn't convert the three-point play, though. Burden drops it off to Long. What a block from Aaron Rye. Long's come up hobbling. London have numbers. Brown again through the contact, will shoot 2.
Long hobbling out of that drive. I'm trying to see what he's holding on to here. The little dump off pass. And lands on his ankle. That's what he's holding right this second. And then down the other end from the miss. Lions back on the free throw line. Free throws though.
Yeah, no, they've missed a few as well, London, to be fair. 7 of them. 10 of 18 against 11 of 17. Not great at either end. Long for 3. Oh, halfway down and out.
Gosh, and yet again.
Reynolds. Trying to get it to Price. It came off the foot. So that'll put 6 seconds back onto the shot clock. Williams is going to come in for Brown. Reynolds. Price was thinking about what he was going to do with it before he actually got hold of the ball.
That's their 10th turnover of the evening.
6 to play. London back in control of this now. Up 15. Burden. High Orca changed by Dean Williams. Williams got a massive size advantage on Burden. It's a good feed in towards Rye, deflected away.
Newcastle have done a better job though protecting the paint this second half, excuse me. So we just look at their bench. They could have done with Josh Ward-Hibbett today.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially on the defensive end.
There's no day that wouldn't be made better from a Newcastle perspective with Josh Ward-Hibbett playing. Reynolds off the mark, the ball is loose. Oh, somehow Burden ended up with it.
And he's on the floor again.
But he came up with the ball. Hammond for 3 knocks it down.
Pulls the trigger, knocks it down, and makes London Lions call a timeout. You said, how many times can you make Lions call a timeout? That's their second.
Well, they've cut it down to 12. Poor old Burden picked himself up.
Honestly.
There. It's not Super Bowl Sunday this week, but he's got more hits than an American football player.
Yeah, it is. It's next week. But honestly, this is big. They needed this. Let it splash in. And then let's watch it twice. It was so nice.
And the bench certainly enjoyed that as they're all up and going. But they got to find a few more of them in these last 5 minutes or so if they are to somehow, some way snatch victory away from the London Lions. The Lions have been in control of this contest basically since the late stages of the first quarter. They remain in control of it. Brown leading all scorers with 15 points. And really, again, it just symbolises London's strength because he leads the way, but he's only at 11 on the index rating. Aaron Rye is 17. He's not even got double figures on the index rating. Dean Williams, he's not in double figures scoring, but he's had a significant contribution as well.
Yeah. Well, what I have liked about Newcastle Eagles is I asked for the energy not to pack up shop, and they haven't. They've dug deep really, really hard and still playing good defense, and finally the ball's kind of dropping for them.
Well, can they dig even deeper here in the last 5 minutes of this game? Williams, double team comes.
Jump ball.
Is it a hell ball? Yes, it is. Possession arrow goes London's way. Well, they still believe, the Eagles fans. She doesn't realise she's on the big screen. Missed it. Missed your chance.
Well, 6 seconds.
Yeah, it doesn't reset the shot clock, a hell ball. Reynolds is in a terrible spot here with time ticking down. Phillip moves it on. Dean Williams on the buzzer misses everything. And that'll go back to Newcastle.
And the Newcastle fans let him know, air ball. But he had to shoot it.
He did.
Time was running down. It's the right thing to do.
It was a bit of a hospital pass from Phillip, really. It's like, you take it. Long gets it to Clark. Long down the middle. Everybody trying to block him. Jack to the rim for the throwdown.
Amazing. Maceo Jack with the hammer. Good decision from Long, Dan, to suck in the defense. 3 defenders jump up and he throws it out to Maceo Jack.
Long commits the foul. Oh, Maceo Jack let alone a lot of frustration on the rim on this one. Hammering it down.
Nice slam from Jack, and yet again the fourth quarter for Newcastle, bringing the energy. They're back to 10.
Oh, Price, freedom in the key. And he got a foul there from Hammond. He'll go to the line for a bonus. Sometimes defensively, you just got to take your lumps. Give him the 2 and don't give him an extra one.
Yeah. And the thing is, he double clutched it. It's not like he went right up. It's a good looking free throw. I like that one. No full court press, nothing too serious there.
12 of 20 they are from the free throw line, London. Here's Burden. Through the contact, down 1. Terrell Burden going to the line. He's been fouled 9 times in this game.
He's been brilliant, honestly. You can see low sense of gravity, obviously smallest player on the court, but he uses that to his advantage. Stays low, uses the speed. No one's able to stop him yet today.
Well, he's converted that. He's up to 16 points. Phillip. Williams. Nice pass across to Price for 3. Rebound Burden. Trying to get it back. Under 10 once again, Newcastle. Burden out to Jack. Jack again getting all the way to the basket. It's down to 8 with 3 to play.
Good job from Jack to just drive. Nobody comes over. Good finish. 6 points for Maceo Jack.
Reynolds. Ura stepping his way to the basket. Clock wraps him up and the foul is called. Well, Maceo Jack been able to get to the basket the last couple of times down.
Well, I have asked for Maceo Jack in the second half, but it was super quiet. He's a guy that is able to fill it up in multiple ways and has answered the call these last few moments.
Oh, Reynolds catching the bug of missing free throws.
He shoots a good clip normally.
But he misses them both. Williams going after the rebound. It goes out of play for a Newcastle ball, and their fans are up on their feet again. 2:38. There's still time to maybe snatch it at the last.
Look at the free throw count.
Yeah.
Both teams really haven't left a lot of points out there. Either way, this has really got Newcastle's fans loud and the drums going.
A 3 here would make it interesting, wouldn't it? Or a 3-point play. Jack is blocked by Price.
Good defense.
And London get it back.
Yeah, Ethan Price just using that length and staying on the floor, not fouling.
Phillip. Shot clock getting really low. Lobbed up towards Price. He can't bring it in. Hammond catches it. 2 to play in the final. Eagles down 8. Chance to make it 5. Clark. Oh, in and out. How close was that?
Roof was going to explode, I'll tell you that.
Oh, it's going to be just over the halfway line in time there, Philip. He thought he was going to get an 8-second violation for a second. Williams threading the needle. That's short as well. Newcastle minute 30 to go. Still down 8. Burden gets through, Burden to the rim. Unsportsmanlike foul is called. Newcastle are going to get 2 in possession here with 1:22 to go.
He's been outstanding. Here he is. Yet again, just looks around. His ability to get to the rim.
Price just grabs him. It's his 5th foul. He goes past him. He's just grabbed him. No real play on the ball. Well, 1:22 to go. London, who led by as many as 21, has suddenly been reeled back in this to make it a 6-point game if he can knock this second free throw down. Price's afternoon even, is done. Burden makes them both.
Moves to 18 points.
It is an Eagles ball from the side. There are 82 seconds to go. And Newcastle, with a 3, could make this a one-shot game. Here's Burden. Hammond, he slips and loses the ball. Away comes Phillip. Phillip will run it back. There's a foul off the ball on Rye for running into Hammond. That's a great spot. He tried to free up space for Tariq Phillip to get to the basket, and he's made an illegal screen, if you like, and Newcastle will get it back. Watch Rye as he's running down court. On the turnover is here. Rye is running down court, and he sees the defender, runs across him to prevent him coming back.
So, no
I said
bucket.
it earlier, they can't, can they, Z? This would be one of the greatest things I've ever seen if Newcastle had somehow find a way to win this game.
They've got to go quickly, though.
Burden is going quick. He only goes quick. Oh, but the lay-in doesn't quite go with a minute to go. Well, they've had chances here.
So unlucky.
They've had chances. Phillip. Looking for Dean Williams down low. It's Reynolds at the top of the key. And that could be the dagger right there. Shavar Reynolds pushes London's lead back up to 8 with only 37.2 seconds remaining.
It's a really big bucket when you need it. Shavar Reynolds Jr., 27, and just stays cool and calm, doesn't panic. And he knows, just shoot over him.
Well, that could be the backbreaker as far as the Eagles are concerned. Well, the Newcastle Eagles have something to find here in 37 seconds. But let's be honest, at half-time, it seemed unlikely, even in the third quarter. Midway through, when it's 6 points apiece and they're still down 20, they didn't look to have this back in them, but somehow, with Terrell Burden basically picking the team up on his back. 18 points for Burden, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, he's drawn 10 fouls.
And, you know, just really struggled with Newcastle. We've seen a good couple of baskets go halfway in and out, and shooting 39% from the 2-point strike and 25 from the 3-point strike.
Well, they need threes, really. 37 seconds to go. It's into Long. He's going for it. He's hit it! Cole Long for three! Exactly what Newcastle needed.
Outstanding. We've seen Cole Long multiple times.
It's an inbound foul. It's going to be a free throw. It's going to be a free throw. The foul was called against Clark before the ball was in play.
Yeah, it was.
It's going to be...
Let's see here.
Here is Cole Long. Just stepped into it.
Perfect, right down the middle too.
Or is it two shots? Oh, maybe it was on the path. Maybe the ball had come in. If the foul is before the ball is passed in, it's a one-shot foul and you go back to the end line ball. If it's after the ball has been passed in, it becomes a two-shot foul in the normal way.
Referee has signaled two shots.
Yeah, so it is two shots. There wouldn't be a lineup if it was an inbound foul. So the fact there is a lineup shows you that. But it is two free throws. This would make it a three-possession game, so this is big. And it is calm as you like for Reynolds. Here comes Burden. Burden's going to pull up for three. No. Jack gets a monster rebound, and he puts it back in with 25 seconds to go. Newcastle trying to commit a foul. They can't catch Reynolds up. Rye has it now, and Clark gets him. Reynolds did really well to run some clock there.
Really good, and Clark, that's his evening with that foul. He's going to go to the bench with 11 points and, you know, really played his heart out here. High arcing shot.
Right into double figures. Another timeout going to be called by Mark Stukel, mainly so he can advance the ball with 19 seconds to go. Well, they've been through the mill here, London, in this fourth quarter. Everybody looks tired out there now. It's been a grind.
Yeah, really been tested and pushed, and we spoke about it. You know, they have played Newcastle 2 times in a row over the last week or so. So it is difficult to beat a team 3 times.
21-16, London trail this quarter. Well, London with the opportunity here, 1 stop away from the win. Well, the Lions fans are on their feet. They know they are 1 defensive stop away. Newcastle desperate for another 3. It's back to Burden. We've got to be quick. Ain't got time. Gets past his man, gets all the way to the basket and lays it in. London again trying to play keep away. Reynolds getting away. Reynolds gets it to Phillip. Phillip will dribble it out, and time will not quite expire because Taylor has committed the foul. Well, at that point, you might as well let him go. But Tariq Phillip will get to go to the free throw line and have the final word, you say, on this final. Well, this London Lions team has dominated the early part of the season in Super League basketball. They are top of the championship. They're in the semi-finals of the Cup, and they are 3.1 seconds away from claiming the first silverware of the season here in the trophy. He's missed it. It doesn't matter. Cole Long from inside his half will not make it. And the London Lions have the silverware in their hands now. They've beaten the Newcastle Eagles 74 points to 68. It was a hard-fought battle. The Eagles would not go away, but the work they did in the first half gave them the cushion. They held on to it.
Yeah, and the coaches there having a great celebration, you know, especially for Coach Sabonis, only 33 years old, into his first final here. There's multiple trophies you can win in the SLB, but you're right, they were battle tested, and that's what I love about Newcastle. They are a blue collar, they're going to work hard, right? They're going to do everything they can because they were the underdogs. They have a lot of injuries. They pushed to the end, but it was all about the Lions. They just had way too much in the tank and also in the bench.
Well, what a moment for Coach Sabonis. I mean, he said it himself that you don't get to go to a final every day. It's his first as a head coach, and well, he'll get his first post-final party as well as a head coach. He will certainly be leading the celebrations, I'm sure. They've worked really hard. Let's get some reaction here. Alex is with Aaron Wright.
Aaron Wright, Super League basketball trophy champion yet again. How does that feel?
Yeah, that's great. I know a different team, but you know, you see how much means to the guys. That's Coach Sabonis' first one, so we're really happy.
So you guys had to dig really deep there. Newcastle threw pretty much everything at you. Is that testament to the resilience in this group?
Yeah, I mean, we've been in a couple close games the past couple weeks, and you know, we found a way to lose them, and I feel like we've given away some games, so this is nice to be able to stick it out and beat a tough Newcastle team for sure.
And a big game, a fourth quarter, you stepped up yet again, a massive block, couple of big buckets as well. What is it about situations like that that just brings out the best in you?
Yeah, I mean, you know, sometimes I've had some playoff games against these guys where I haven't played so well, so it's nice to get one over them and over a mark.
And 2 years ago, you were the villain from a Lions point of view when you were part of the Cheshire side that defeated them. Obviously now a hero. You are a two-time trophy champion. Go and enjoy it with teammates.
Well, he enjoyed that, and as he said right at the top, he was enjoying it on behalf of his coach. They certainly are pleased for Coach Sabonis getting that first trophy, and they will be thinking about what is still to come for this Lions team ahead of them.
Well, super hard choice, but Ryan, though, with 11 points, 6 rebounds, he did, you know, a lot of players did their thing.
Yeah, plenty of contributions. They'll all walk out thinking, I played my part in that final.
I think so. You know, at times, kind of up and down. You know, the game started very slow, and then in the third again, you know, it's difficult. But well done. Congratulations to London Lions. They are a team that's built for finals, even when they have massive injuries. Other guys can step up and play well.
Well, they certainly did. The presentation party is out there and ready to go. And first of all, it will be the runners-up, last year's champions, Newcastle Eagles, at the other end of it this time around. And it is a hard moment to be, because nobody wants to come to a final and get the first medal. You always want to be in that second line. But they showed something about them, some level of sort of stick-to-itiveness, if you like.
Yeah.
That sort of resilience in the second half.
Yeah, they won both quarters in the second half, just not enough. You know, that second quarter really killed them. It was a 24-11 second quarter, but then won the third and the fourth, able to finish up 23-17. So, of course, nobody wants the second, the silver medal there.
But you can use a day like this to sort of fire the season forward, to get them to then go, okay, so there's still plenty more to go ahead of us. Let's try and get back to a big final.
Yeah, and that's what it is, right? You want to just keep chipping away, keep adding these moments, and you'll remember this moment. It will burn when, you know, you'll remember it. We lost. Look how close we were. Look at the moments. What are the little things we could have cleaned up on? No doubt it could be back here, but this team, Newcastle, they sit in 8th in the SLB
still
Championship.
got a lot of work to do to get themselves a good playoff.
They're 6 and 12.
Seeding.
Yeah, 6 and 12, and London Lions are at the top with 13 and 2. So they've done a great job to get into this trophy final.
Well, it is now the moment for the London Lions to come up and claim their medals. It is always a great moment. You're not guaranteed anything in professional sport. It is not a dead cert that you get to win trophies, but this London Lions team have got their hands on one here today, and they will rightly celebrate and enjoy it. Kieran Sandu has, of course, won before with London, but a number of these players, this is the first time in British basketball they've got some trophy.
It is, and I think you're right. There's not many players, and you get to the final to play at this stage, to be a part of something huge for a franchise. So I hope they don't take it for granted. I know Coach Sabonis doesn't. He plays with his heart. If he could get out there, he would. We saw him running up and down all day
running
today.
The defensive slides. He looks like he's going to start the party himself. Anyway, Dean Williams, I thought he was sensational in the first half, really set the platform for them when they built up that lead, and they needed all of that lead in the end to hang on to, that's for sure. It was quite a battle for the Lions, and there's Coach Sabonis getting his first winner's medal as a head coach, and that will feel really good for him. Look at that, he's really enjoying. I think he is the most excited of all of the Lions.
He is. He knows how much it is, and I've watched some interviews with him, and he's saying, hey, it's good to get to a final and also win it and celebrate it as a team.
There's no easy choice for MVP, by the way. It could go about 6 different ways. There is no straightforward slam dunk pick for most valuable player. Well, he looks surprised. Dean Williams looked surprised that he got named MVP, but he had 8.7 rebounds, 5 assists, and as I say, he set the table for them in that first half.
Yeah, really difficult. I thought, multiple guys with double digits, but Adamu with 11, Price with a 10, so multiple guys, but I just thought he set the tone. They had to double him. He found his spots underneath the basket, and also 5 assists looking after his team as well.
Well, now is the moment for the trophy lift. The London Lions captains will come forward, and it will be Phillip and Williams who will get it on. They've all got to go sway at the right time. Here it is, your 2026 Super League Basketball Trophy champions, the London Lions. Big hug from Williams and Phillip, and now they really can start that party. They just got to pose for the pictures first of all, and smiles all round. And you've been out there, Z, you know what it's like in these moments.
Yeah.
Once now, when you've retired, you look back and you savor on moments like this.
Yeah, no, I wish I celebrated them more. Obviously we were very successful at the London Lions, but it's so important because it's hard. It's a long season, game after game, and you just hope that this moment really sticks with them, and they'll remember, especially when they are grandmas, granddads, and look back.
Yes, indeed. They might not remember the rest of the night, but they'll remember this bit of it for sure, because I'm guaranteeing there will be a good party on the journey back home to London. And for those Lions fans, they'll be straight across the canal there into one of the hostilleries across the road, no doubt, the Lions fans, to celebrate their team's success. These are the moments you play for. This is what it's all about, to get your hands on that trophy, and it is the London Lions who have the first silverware of the season captured, and they will enjoy tonight and then reset their focus, ready for the remainder of the campaign. The Lions have won, and we can get some reaction from probably the happiest man in the building. Coach Sabonis is with Alex.
Coach, congratulations. You've come out victorious in what was a real battle out there. You started off so strong in the first and second, then Newcastle came right back at you. How was your heart rate in that fourth quarter?
It was a little up and down. We kind of let go. We got confident. They put a push. And, you know, at the end of the day, we won, so that's important.
You said to me earlier you wanted to be aggressive. That was your message to the boys earlier. You were really aggressive inside, particularly in that first half. Made it really difficult for Newcastle. That must have pleased you being up so much at the half.
It did, but what doesn't please me is that we relax. In the SLB, anybody can make a run. With the playoffs, with final games, you have to be good 40 minutes. You can't relax because any team can always come back, and Newcastle played a heck of a game today.
And throughout the season, you've had to use the depth of your roster due to injuries. You've had players come, players go. Same again today. You had players off the bench come up big for you. Is that testament to the culture that you've built at this London Lions group?
That's the idea, is a next man mentality. It's, you know, no one's bigger than the team, even me. So, you know, you do what the team needs at every moment, never looking at yourself, not looking at your ego, and just caring for the greater good of the team.
And Coach, that's one down. You've still got a couple of other competitions you're still in. Is the aim to win all of them now?
Step by step, we got a game in Eurocup now in Borg. It's going to be important, and then everything else we'll see. It'll come to this moment.
Coach Sabonis, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Well, I don't miss playing, but I do miss that. You retired after me. Remind me what that feels like.
I mean, it's a great feeling. Obviously, you've worked so hard. You battled through the group stages, get to that semifinal, and now here on the big day, you come, you perform, and you raise that trophy.
Well, let's try to break this off the bone a little bit, because in the first half, it looked like it was a foregone conclusion. In the second half, all of a sudden, here comes Newcastle.
Yeah, well, if we went back to that first quarter, pretty level, really impressed with how Newcastle came out and matched the London Lions' energy. Second quarter, those kind of things really dried up. And in the second half, we saw the Newcastle Eagles make their fight back, actually outscoring the Lions in both the third and the fourth. But London held on strong, prevailed, and we're here with the MVP himself. How you doing?
Well, I'm going to borrow this for just a minute. We talked about you at the top of the show, that your numbers just didn't pop off the page. However, we describe you as a glue guy. Describe your role for the Lions.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I just try to keep everyone level-headed, try to make sure guys are doing the right thing, including myself. So try to be a leader, even though I'm not one of the oldest on the team. You know, just try to use my experience to the best that I can. And sometimes it pays off. And today was one of those days.
You're a guy, obviously a British-born player. Your first year here with the London Lions. I know you came up with the Bristol Flyers system, but now in the SLB, how does it feel to raise a piece of silverware as a homegrown guy here on homegrown soil?
Yeah, it's fantastic. You know, obviously it means a lot when you do it, like you say, on your own soil. But to do it in front of people that, you know, matter most to you as well. You know, my wife is here, my dad's here, all my friends are here, stuff like that, and most importantly, my teammates as well. So, you know, it's just nice to be able to share those moments with everyone, not through the TV for once.
Well, finally, just talk us through that, because it looked like the Newcastle Eagles, who have dominated this league for years, was playing tug-of-war with the London Lions, who have dominated the new era.
Yeah, definitely. You know, they're a tough team. They show resilience every time. They've got very talented players. Like you saw in the second half, you know, you said they outscored us in the third and fourth quarter, so that just goes to show that they're not a team to be taken lightly. You know, luckily we had a good start to the second quarter, end of the first, so that's what really won us the game.
Well, congratulations. What do you plan to do with this?
I don't know, man. My son's probably going to dribble it around the house 1,000 times, you know, every minute.
Hey, well, get out of here. Go celebrate.
So
congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Wow. Well, I felt the emotions there, man.
I mean, incredible. What a game. And Dean Williams, so composed, so ready to play. And like you mentioned there, okay, maybe he didn't have the hugest stat line, but his impact on the game, especially in that first half when it mattered, was crucial to the Lions' effort.
Yeah, you mentioned a great word there, impact, and that's what it was about. He really set the tone early in this game. But commiserations to the Newcastle Eagles, because they didn't go down without a fight.
They definitely did not. And like, again, outscoring the Lions in that third and fourth quarter, you have to tip your hat to the effort that they came with. I mean, Burden, 18 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. He did an incredible job of leading the charge on that fight back for the Eagles. but the Lions too much in the end.
Well, is this the start of something? They got all 4 trophies at their disposal. How do you foresee things shaping up for the Lions for the rest of the season?
I kind of like Coach Sabonis' mindset when he was asked. You know, he's just like, one thing at a time. We got a game on next Wednesday in Europe. So I don't think he's getting it too ahead of himself. I think today was a big positive in the direction they can head in. But it wasn't a perfect game for them. You know, there was they opened up the doors for a lot of things, some complacency through that third quarter, really let the Eagles back in. But seeing how all the moving parts in their roster work, they could be a dangerous team down the stretch.
I mean, that's just like a coach, right? The players, we want to celebrate. The coaches, they want to keep you in the moment and make sure you focus on what's next. But that does it from here. It's been a great time to get back in the saddle with you. Shout out to Azania, Dan, Routledges as well, and everybody behind the scenes that make this possible. But make sure you come back and join us in March. We got the Cup Finals ahead as well. But for us, we say goodbye.